Vaping devices were created as a way for people who smoke to instead get their daily dose of nicotine from a vapor. Welcome to this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Riley Sullivan.
And I'm Danielle Smith. Over the past few years, the use of e-cigarettes among teenagers has significantly grown in popularity.
However, this has sparked a problem across many school districts, as teenagers are finding a new and even craftier way of obtaining these devices. In an attempt to counteract this issue, the federal government has started the year off by enacting a ban in hopes of taking a step in the right direction. WSRH Extra reporter Ashley Pellicone shows us how this issue continues to affect our community.
In recent years, the usage of e-cigarettes among teenagers has risen to shocking levels. As of January 1st, a new federal law makes it illegal to sell e-cigarettes and other tobacco products to those under 21. With 568 already reported cases this year, the principal of Seminole Ridge High School says it is necessary.
It certainly has taken over a great deal of the discipline issues that are here, and it's a concern. We've had to send students to the emergency room multiple times because of the vaping that they've been doing.
Not only are kids finding easier ways to obtain these e-cigarettes, many are becoming craftier in how they go about concealing their vaping devices.
The vapes are getting a little tougher to find because kids are obviously hiding them in places they shouldn't. Last year we confiscated a few hundred. The highlighter still worked, but they had that in there.
Although vaping has proven to be a major problem among high schools across the country, many middle schools have begun to see the impacts these e-cigarettes are having on their students as well.
It impacts, obviously, student health. That's the first concern that we have when students are starting to expose themselves to potentially dangerous items that could have long-term consequences.
The ban President Trump enacted prohibits the use of all fruit-flavored vapors in hopes of decreasing the amount of adolescent users. However, the owner of a smoke shop in Westlake disagrees.
I don't think the fruit flavors were an enticement to kids because as an adult, I vape, I prefer a flavor.
The raise in age is intended to make it more difficult for underage buyers to obtain and become addicted.
I think it's an effective way to combat it. It'll definitely make it harder for people to find other people to get it for them.
79% of teens say that they feel safe vaping, and the number of underage users continues to grow with easy access to products. From getting them right across the street from vape shops like this, or the closest gas station to their campus, students can easily find what they're looking for. For WSRH Extra, I'm Ashley Pellicone.
With the South Florida Fair underway, the air is filled with the smell of fried food and the screams of excited children. Underneath those sounds and smells, one group is focused on preserving the dreams of the past. WSRH Extra reporter Grace Trowbridge takes us to Yesteryear Village.
This time of year, many people come to visit the South Florida Fairgrounds. One attraction, Yesteryear Village, is able to shine a light on the American dream through educational experience.
It shows, it teaches little kids and stuff about how, when back in the old days, they didn't have, modern technology, they didn't have phones.
One volunteer, Herb Sutner, not only teaches guests about the dream, but he's lived it.
I was born after the war, but this shows what people were able to do with a lot less resources than we have today.
With exhibits centralized around the many aspects of the life of the past, the possibility for learning is endless.
I tell the story about how we used to use horses in the past to get around to herd cattle, and how we got our food and meat, and how they just used horses and when we didn't have cars, and how to get around and stuff.
However, Yesteryear Village shows guests that the American dream is an unstoppable force no matter what the situation.
Yesteryear Village gives guests the opportunity to step back in time. With volunteers such as Herb, some guests get more than just a flash from the past. For WSRH Extra, I'm Grace Trowbridge.
Whether you own a business, work towards a life goal, or protect the citizens of your city, everyone's definition of the American dream is different. For the firefighters at Station 22 in Westlake, this dream is more than just a lifestyle. WSRH Extra reporter Ashley Pellicone shows us how these heroes are taking part in the search for their fire.
Fall with injury, 17,000.
This is one of the many calls that Station 22 in Westlake, Florida receives throughout a shift. The men and women who work here are tasked with saving lives and property, preserving their American dreams.
It means a lot. You get to help people on a daily basis,
especially in a time of need when somebody actually needs you, and there's a lot of gratification that comes with that.
Captain Steve Collins says his dream of becoming a firefighter started when he was a child, after his neighbor's home burned down not once, but twice.
Watching the firefighters pull up, attack the house fire, and everything that goes along with that response. So it seemed exciting and interesting and something that I might be interested in.
Corey says he loves the job not only for the thrill of saving lives, but because every day brings a new adventure.
We run on crazy calls and difficult situations all the time, so each call you kind of take from that, and you reflect and you get better and you train, and you got to adapt and overcome.
Being able to keep the community safe and give back are just two reasons why they do what they do.
The opportunity to see others when they're vulnerable and in a time of need has given me an appreciation for the work that I do. It's given me a sense of compassion, pride for the things that you do and the things that are important to you.
For many, the American dream is not given, it is earned. These local heroes are a great example of how hard work and dedication continues to fuel their fire. For WSRH Extra, I'm Ashley Pellicone.
Well, that's it for this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Riley Sullivan.
And I'm Danielle Smith. If you have any story ideas, please tweet us at Seminole Ridge TV.